Hey, how's it going? My name's Diego, and in this video, I'm just going to be teaching you how to find the most viral niches. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, I've done this countless numbers of times. I've made channels in Lil Baby, R&B, Memphis, right? This channel got 30 million views, and it made me a lot of money. This is year after year revenue. This is the total revenue from this channel. And of course, obviously, I've made channels in viral niches as well, like freestyle beats, country, even going after not even using type beat as a keyword and going after different styles on this channel as an experimental channel. And I still monetize this channel within the first month. And as you can see, this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. And without further ado, I'm just going to go over live me just finding niches and how I would go about that if I was to look for a niche that would crush it and I'd be able to get this channel monetized within a month. So if that's interesting to you, then just stick around. So let's say we are a producer who makes versatile beats, right? I'm pretty versatile, and let's say I'm open to a new niche, but I mainly specialize in trap. Let's say that, right? Okay, well, let's just start by going to type beat on an incognito window. And okay, let's just see what's at the top of type beat, who is crushing it right now, and why, right? Okay, so this is good. I'm just gonna open this in a new tab, right? Let's see here. Splurge, kind of saturated now. V's, okay, not bad. This is interesting. Okay, let's open that in a new tab as well. And then I'm just basically opening new like opportunities that I see that would probably work, and I'm just putting that in a new tab so I can go back to in a second, and we can kind of narrow it down from there. This is another one I'd be down for. These are keywords that I've never really seen, right? But I'm gonna learn about them. Vonoff 1700, I've done actually well on this niche, so I know this niche does good. But yeah, so we'll save that as well. Lucky's very good. It depends though. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd go for Lucky. This is interesting. I've never seen this before. I wonder what the competition in the search volume is on that. I've never actually seen that. But I'm interested to look at that. Okay. This is interesting. I've never seen these keywords. It looks like it's foreign. I'm guessing Brazil keywords. Let's add that. Yeah, lots. I'm just looking for videos that are getting a ton of views and are keywords I've never really seen before, but because that tells me everything I know. It means it's low competition, it's new, it's trending, right? This too. Add that to the new tab. Okay, and then yeah, so this is the second time I've seen the Fat Mac keyword, so that's telling me something. We have QSS here. He's actually one of my previous coaching clients, and he managed to get 30. I think he's at 33 now. How many subs is he at? Yeah, 34K. He's done absolutely. He's crushing it. Yeah, and then we got Hurricane Wisdom. Okay, I think we'll have it here. So this is a good amount of keywords that we have here. And I'm just showing you the process that I go through with just finding new keywords and finding keywords that would probably do well, right? So what I'm going to do now is open up vidIQ on my non-incognito window. Go ahead and sign in. Okay, yeah, so you're going to want to use vidIQ because it's just the best for analyzing keywords. And there's some keywords here that I'm very, very curious about. So I'm going to go here, go back to my incognito window. And let's just let's start with 1900 Rugrat. And then we'll go Skrilla next. Yeah, so let's just see how good this keyword is. Okay, not the best. 57,000 is, I mean, that's decent search volume. It is very low competition, so this is a good keyword. I don't know if I'd go with just 1900 Rugrat, but I'd probably go with 1900 Rugrat sample type beat, you know, add a keyword that's more evergreen and just always will have a bunch of searches, right? Low competition, very high. So I'd combo it, right? So I'm gonna make a doc and kind of go over like why certain niches would be good. So we can just call this potential niches. Potential niches. I'd recommend you to kind of follow along with what I'm doing too. Yeah, so potential niches. We're gonna go with 1900 Rugrat sample type beat. I would literally just do that. Sample type beat. Right. That's a good possible niche right there. Just from what I've seen so far. And then let's look at Skrilla, because that was also in the title. I'm curious what that. Wow. Okay. 500. Wow. So very low competition and 568,000 searches every month. It's very high, very low. Perfect. This is literally an ideal keyword. So that's why that's killing it. So I would honestly, if I was to go for this niche, I would do 1900 Rugrat X Skrilla sample type beat. Just like that. I'd be doing that every single day. That would crush it because you have a trending artist, right? And then another trending keyword combined with an evergreen keyword that will always be getting views. And sample beats are just crushing it in 2025. So this is definitely something I would be going for. So I'm going to highlight that a little bit. And then let's go back to our incognito window. And we can just close out of this because we've already done the research we needed. Now, hard, bouncy, melodic type beat. This is interesting because this isn't really going for an artist. It's actually more going for like the nation. We know that melodic type beat is a big keyword. It will always be. It's evergreen. It looks like this guy just kind of went for the big keywords and said, "Fuck it, like let's just go for it. If it fails, it fails," and it looks like it worked. But there's nothing really to research with this. But this is definitely a very viral niche just looking at the views he's getting. So you can kind of take a look at people's channels, right? 141,000 views in 13 days. This type of keyword and thumbnail style is clearly killing it, right? 1.9 million views in 5 months. The best thing to see is like, okay, how consistent is it? So if someone has a big video, but then all their other videos are getting like 1,000 views, then you know that that niche isn't very consistent. It's not worth going for. But this niche is clearly like it's very consistent, right? He's getting a ton of views consistently, and so I would definitely say like this is a very good niche. So what I would do is I'd literally just go ahead and copy the entire title and just save that to my doc, right? So I'll just go ahead and do hard bouncy trap type beat. And that is a good keyword. And I'll make sure to be noting that it needs to be free for profit. And that would make sense. So this niche is probably not the best for sales, but it's very good for getting views, and it'd be a cash cow channel for sure. So I like that niche, especially for someone like me who's very experienced and can just kind of take over any niche. That's a niche I'd probably go for next. So that's cool. Nice. We know that that's a good niche. Now, this keyword I'm very curious in, just Fat Mac, and I'm going to go ahead and just copy this, go into vidIQ, and let's have a look at what. Okay, so 67,500 views. So this is definitely a new up and coming keyword. And I see it's kind of comboed with Rack Baby too, which I know Rack Baby is a very good keyword. It's how I got a lot of views as well. As you can see, this is a very good keyword. So I would go for possibly like Fat Mac X Rack Baby sample type beat. That would probably crush it. Yeah, or since Rack Baby's bigger, I'd probably do Rack Baby X Fat Mac. Right? How do you spell his name again? Okay, it's 2 T's. Yeah, so I'd do something like this. I'd definitely be putting sample though. And yeah, so that's a good niche right there. But that's you kind of get an idea of how I'm like going with these titles. Like, okay, I'm gonna put sample because it's an evergreen keyword, but I'm gonna combine it with 2 trending artist keywords, right? And I put the bigger artist at the front because it just makes more sense. More people will recognize it, and yeah, so cool. We understand that that's a good keyword. Bonoff 1700. I personally already know this is a great keyword, but let's just type it in just for the tutorial sake. Okay, nice. Yeah, so low competition, very high search volume. This is a great keyword, and especially when you combine it with sample, right? So another great keyword combo would be like Vonoff 1700 sample type beat. I'd go for that. That's a great niche right here. And when I say potential niches, like I would be doing the same keyword. I would be doing the same title combo, as you can see, like Rack Baby X Fat Max sample type beat. I'd be doing that every single video. Okay, so that's what I mean by a niche. And Yeah, so you wouldn't do like Rack Baby X Lil Tony type beat the next day. No, you'd only be doing Rack Baby X Fat Mac sample type beat. Because each channel should have a niche and you just stick to it. Cool. So we know that's good. Now this niche I'm very curious about because I've never seen this. And it got a good amount of views, a very high amount of views actually, in a short amount of time. And so I'm curious, like I've never seen these artists before. Um I'm gonna see what the search volume is. Okay, it's not that high, but it's very low competition. That's interesting for how many views it got. Um, Stop doing drugs type beat. This is like I've never seen these keywords in my life, so you're kind of getting a raw reaction, and this is a very horrible keyword actually. So I'm interested into like why this beat is doing so well. I wonder if we're actually seeing a comeback with like meme type beats. That was a huge thing in like 2020, 2019. I wonder if we're gonna see a return with that, and it kind of looks like it. Um, yeah, so this is interesting. I don't know if I'd go for this niche though. I'm curious if I just check out his channel, how consistent is this? Okay, that's very consistent actually. The views are very consistent with this niche. Um, yeah, very interesting. But it's not that great, right? It's very good with this recent video, but I don't know if it's the best. I don't know if I'd go for this niche right away. But it's definitely something to consider. So what I would do is I'd literally just do your stepdad X, and I'm gonna note the way he's doing the title as well. So what I'm gonna do is just copy this entire title, and I'm gonna go ahead and go into here. Now when I paste it, it's gonna look crazy, right? But I'm just gonna go like this and retype it. Because if something's working for someone, you want to copy like why it's working, so everything about it. So I do this. Stop doing drugs. Hey, beat. Okay. And then I do beat name. And then in parentheses, you'd put prod name. Cool. So you can then get rid of this and just have that back up there. And yeah, that's a good niche, like maybe a good niche, right? So I'd put it in maybe a browner color because it's like kind of good but not great. Actually now that's impossible to see. So I'll go with something like that. Okay. Cool. Now we have that niche out of the way. This niche I'm very curious about with these keywords. So we're gonna put this in the vidIQ and see what it does. And what we're gonna do after this, wow, this keyword sucks. But what I'm gonna do after this is choose what niche I want to go with, because right now we're just writing down potential niches, and then we're gonna go back and see, okay, which niche is the best, right? And ideally you want to be also writing down like the vidIQ search volume score and then the vidIQ competition, like whether it's very low or very high. So I forgot to do that, but usually that is what I do. And then that kind of allows you to think of it better. So K black type beat, this is not a good keyword. But sometimes maybe he's comboing it with better keywords here. So let's take a look. Obviously something's working if he's getting that many views. Yeah, so this is a much better keyword. That's cool. Okay, so I'd definitely be having they in the title. And then if we go back to here, this is a keyword I've never seen. And let's have a look. Okay. Let's type this in here. Okay, so not great. Looks like Vey is like the main keyword, but apparently when you combo it like this, you get a ton of views. And I think this is targeting Brazil. So it must just be getting a big Brazil audience, which wouldn't be the best for CPM if you're looking for a cash cow channel. So honestly, I don't think I'd go for this niche until I have like 10 other channels already cranking. And maybe I just go for this on the side because why not? But this isn't a niche I'd immediately go for. Yeah, so I'm just gonna scratch that. Oh, scratch this niche. But I also don't know much about it yet, so maybe you'd want to research that. FBL Manny is the keyword we haven't seen yet. The other two we have done our research on, and they are good keywords. okay, this keyword sucks. So yeah, I definitely still go with Rag Baby X Fat Mac. And as you can see, that's doing good, right? Even if you subtract that, like it's doing very good for multiple people. So cool. We know that's good. And then Hurricane Wisdom, we can just copy his name here, right? Go into vidIQ. Okay, so this is a very great keyword. So I would argue you can just go for this keyword just by itself. It's kind of like one of those like little baby keywords where you can do it by itself and it just gets a ton of views. So I'd argue that's a very good channel niche as well. Nice. So now we have some data here. Like we have some channel ideas that we know do well. Like these are good. All of these do well. It's just really about which one do we want to go for. So first of all, I would get rid of anything that doesn't have samples. So I haven't actually listened to this keyword. I don't know if it has samples, but he didn't put sample in the name, so I'm gonna scratch it. I would get rid of that, like, or I'd rule it as red. Not doing it. Hurricane Wisdom, I don't know if they use samples, but it didn't put it in the title, so I'd get rid of that too. Just the reason why I think this is just me, because I know samples are in, and I would definitely want to utilize the fact that samples are going crazy right now in the algorithm. So I would rule this as a good keyword here because it has sample, and all of these are good. I don't know if this has samples, but it does get a lot of views, so I'd argue I'd still go for this. So I'm gonna have it in the green. This is very good. All of these are good now, right? All these keywords would be very good, or these niches. So I'm gonna move these to the bottom. Now, you just want to choose one channel, right? You still want to save this though, and when you do go for other channels, but I would if this was me, knowing like what I know, I would argue that you'd get the most success going for the low competition, very high searches. But if you were very experienced and you've had channels already and you're looking for the next big play, I would go for this. I would have this as the winner. Just because the views were the most consistent and the highest I've ever seen. So this is the most viral niche you'll ever see, right? But it's kind of like on the same level as freestyle type beats. But if I'm looking just for like my first channel to get some results with and actually, get a ton of subscribers, like I helped QSS with get the 34K. He was in the same niche as this, and he's making a full-time living off music now. So if I was looking for my first channel to like get started with, that's low competition, and I know I'd get in with it, I'd go for something like this. Right, I would go for this keyword here, or I'd go for 1900 Rugrat Skrilla. But I'd most likely go for this. So I would scratch these because this title combo had the better search volume, right? It just had better, it was better. Vanoff 1700 is good, but it's like, for me, the style was not, I wasn't able to consistently make it because it's kind of like a weird niche almost. Like it's just different type of samples. But with this niche, you can sample just about anything. And you'll be able to have, so you'll have more videos to make. You'll have a lot more volume to put out, and it'd be easier and faster, more efficient. So I just get rid of that. So to sum it all up, I would do this if I've already have a channel that's killing it and I want to look for my next big play. Now, if I haven't had a channel yet that's doing good yet, I would go for this, right? So ultimately, these two are your winners. But yeah, if you're brand new starting out, this would be your niche. Now, this is just an example. You don't have to go for this niche. It's just a way that I thought of it and came across it, right? I'm probably going to saturate the fuck out of this niche now just because of this video, so I'm sorry if you were already going for it. But yeah, so this is just basically how I look for niches. But yeah, so this is basically how I find viral niches. If you like the information I've given you, but you still kind of need a little more guidance and you want me to coach you one-on-one, then you can go ahead and fill out the application down below. And if I think you're a good fit, then I will reach back to you personally and we'll get started. But regardless, just keep watching my videos for more free game. I try to help the community the best I can, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.